Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zara and I'm going to tell you about the astrology of this beautiful new moon happening on the 23rd of August. Now, I will give you an overview of the new moon as well as some rituals you can do with this new moon to tap into its energy. And then I would like you to check your sun, moon, and rising of how this new moon will be influencing you. If you'd like to book a reading with me with this new moon, I do have new moon readings available. Link down below in the description. Now do subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. New moon happening on the 23rd of August in the sign of Virgo. Now, this is important. Virgo season is very important as we're going to have two Virgo new moons. On the 23rd of August, we have a new moon in Virgo at 0 degrees. And then on the 21st of September 2025, we have a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo at 29 degrees. On the 7th of September, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. Now, I'm going to link down below in the description the video that I've done basically on the eclipses and the history behind it of the nodes. You will find it in the description down below. So let's get into this. This is an exciting new moon because it is part one of your story. And then part two is in September. This new moon is the beginning, and the new moon solar eclipse in September is the end. It's at the 29th degree. That is very final, right? We are closing out something. We are still calling new things into our lives, but there is a closing of something that we are done with. The South Node is in Virgo and the North Node's in Pisces. This means that we are letting go of something. We are purging and saying goodbye to something that no longer serves us. Something we've been carrying for years. We're done with it. We're choosing a new way of being. North Node in Pisces. So the Virgo Pisces axis of your chart is vitally important because this is where you are going to be making these shifts. I do have a guidebook available if you want to know about these eclipse cycles. What are they bringing and what are they changing? As we do have eclipses in the mutable signs in 2026, and we have one more in the beginning of 2027, so you can know what are you working with, how can you work with it better and bring yourself into alignment with the current energies. Eclipses are very fated and destined moments, and just because this is a new moon and not an eclipse doesn't mean it's not impactful. It is vitally impactful. These two new moons, and one being a solar eclipse, are working hand in hand together to shape the destiny that you are going to be moving towards. Now, what plays out during Virgo season is vitally important. Take notes. Write what is coming through for you. What do you want to shed? What's closing out? What's being revealed? Why? Because it's going to take you on a 6-month journey. Because March 3rd of 2026, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo with the South Node. So this is a very important time in your life. This is a destiny shift, and it is pulling you in a direction that is in alignment to you while allowing you to say goodbye to what no longer serves you. It is shedding, it is releasing, it is letting go. The South Node is where we empty out. It's where we purge. It's where we carry for far too long. So what have we been carrying for far too long since the South Node's in Virgo? Virgo rules over work. So now the South Node entered into Virgo in January of 2025. However, we had our first full moon lunar eclipse in 2024 in Pisces. So we kind of already started this journey. Virgo is about work, and what have people been going through a lot since then? A lot of work changes. That is what's been happening. Either people are being retrenched, let go of, or are deciding that they are no longer aligned to the work that they do and are choosing a new path forward for them to find their fulfillment. Virgo is about our health, our routine. So we will be very aware of our health and routine and how we are taking care of ourselves. If you are pushing yourself too hard, you will be so aware of it this Virgo season. Burnout will be real. Your health will decline. You will get the flu, you'll get the cold, you'll be exhausted, you'll suffer with migraines. Drink your water. It's eclipse season. You need to hydrate yourself. You need to be eating well. Virgo rules over the stomach, your digestion, your gut. Gut health is vitally important. What are you doing to nourish your body? Which will also nourish your soul, because your body is the vehicle for your soul. So yes, take care of you. Are you meditating? Yes, North Node in Pisces. How active is this mind of yours? Is it jumping from one thing to the next? And you best believe it probably is, unless you are regulating your nervous system, because Uranus is in Gemini. And Uranus is like lightning sent to Gemini, our mind. So we are thinking all sorts of things, right? We were thinking this idea, that idea. We are watching all the content, everything, social media, the news. We're getting information from everywhere. So what is Virgo season going to say? Hey, slow down, because it's a South Node. It's not telling you to accelerate. It's not with the North Node. It's telling you slow down. Make sure that wellness is a part of your routine. Now, Virgo season is great for purification. It is about purity. So detoxification, you might be called to detoxify in some way. What detoxes do you need to do? A mental detox, an emotional detox? Yes, sometimes we need to say, I can't spend time around these people because all they do is worry about everything. See, Virgo is where we see the problems. Why? Because Virgo is the solution. Right? But we can't be going overboard with this. And that's what the South Node is trying to do, is trying to bring us back to ourselves, to ground us. Yes, grounding will be vitally important. So go outside, touch some grass. Okay, put those feet of yours on the grass. This is really important. You will notice if your nervous system is overstimulated. You just can't focus, you all over the place, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling unmotivated. That is the energy of you needing to pull back and take care of you, to breathe. Breathing will be vitally important. So do the necessary steps and notice. Don't start now pushing with the caffeine just so you can get the job done. No, drink your water. Try and do things, one thing at a time. Virgo is about practicality, becoming more organized. A lot of people are going to be clearing out their spaces, their homes, making changes in their arrangements with their lives and their routines. So you must know, if we're having 2 new moons in Virgo, we are about to change our routine. We are also having not just a South Node, but a solar eclipse, a karmic cycle. It needs to come to an end in the Virgo area of your life. And the core theme will be about our health, our wellness, our day-to-day routine. And we will see changes in healthcare. We will see changes in the working force. Whether we are seeing with the South Node, people either changing their company, downsizing, upscaling, more so downscaling, because with the South Node is where we're decreasing. Okay, we're not increasing. North Node is where we increase. And in Pisces, what are we increasing? Meditation, spirituality, charity, sleep. Okay, we are needing that for our souls. It's not a bad thing. There are going to be opportunities with this new moon available to you. But it's going to ask you, hey, you're choosing this job. You're choosing this routine, you're choosing this food. But is it in alignment to the health of your well-being on every level? That will be the biggest question. And that is something that you need to answer for yourself. Is this too much for me? Is it pushing me beyond my measure? If what I am taking in is kind of dampening my mood and, basically putting me at a disadvantage because of my well-being, my mental state, which is creating a lack of motivation within my life. Very important themes to think about as we journey through this energy. The new moon is happening at 0 degrees, and this is vitally important. This allows for infinite potential. 0 degrees is like the purest form of a sign. So we are at the purest form of Virgo right now. The solar eclipse will be happening on the 21st of September at 29 degrees. So we are right at the beginning. This is pure Virgo energy. It is where we can manifest infinite possibilities with this energy, right? So I really ask you to sit down and manifest this Virgo new moon. Now, with the new moon, the sun and the moon are conjunct each other. This is why we have a new moon. But both the sun and the moon will be in a square to Uranus in Gemini. We can expect surprises, disruptions in terms of communication, our mind feeling scattered, technology. Something is outside of us that is basically now unexpectedly happening within our lives. But remember, Virgo, ground yourself. There's going to be a lot of distractions, a lot of outside noise. That's the energy. And I won't lie to you, this new moon, even though it's not an eclipse, can feel like an eclipse. Because it's still with the South Node and it's still leading you to a bigger picture and a bigger story. So be prepared for that. Then Virgo and Gemini are ruled by Mercury. And Mercury is in the post-shadow period with this new moon. Mercury will leave the post-shadow period of the retrograde on the 25th of August. So because it's still in the post-shadow period and we're having this new moon and the new moon's with the South Node, there might be some things we need to clarify. You might notice as we approach Mercury going down, leaving the post-shadow period, that there's some things we need to clarify, some things that we need to go over just before then. And we can see it happening, especially with this new moon. It's still with the South Node, so we're still clearing out things in order to allow for new beginnings. Now, Mercury in Leo is in a sextile to Mars in Libra. Great, okay? This is great energy. It's like we're having these ideas and it's a harmonious aspect, but we are taking action. When it's a sextile, we need to take action, and Mars is a planet of action. So there might be conversations in partnership that you feel you need to take action upon, right? Watch your tone, because Mars is in Libra, so we don't want to come across too aggressive. Although Mars in Libra isn't aggressive, it's more passive aggressive. So just be aware of that, and things can still provide mixed signals given the fact that we're still in the post-shadow period. Not as intense as the retrograde phase, obviously, but we're just now closing the cycle. Okay, Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, and it is in opposition to Venus in Cancer. Okay, Venus in Cancer is at 27 degrees and we have Pluto in Aquarius at 1 degree. So they are in this opposition. This means there can be some power dynamics when it comes to money and love. So boundaries are very necessary. We are going through a transformation, right, of money. And what I would like to say, you must note that Venus will enter into Leo come the 25th of August. So Venus being in Leo at 0 degrees, and then we're going to have Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, 1 degree, they're going to oppose each other. So you can already see, so in the next couple of days, we're going to see this happen, where the planet of love is going to be in opposition to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So there's going to be power dynamics in love and money, control, obsession, jealousy, right? We'll be very, very focused on like, who do we need to talk to in order to get the money we want? Very, very domineering energy. This is Pluto. It's Pluto with power. So who's going to dominate who? But you can utilize this energy, like you can really get stuck into a creative project that you're passionate about. Or if it's a relationship, you can get really passionate and hot and steamy with this energy. Obviously, it needs to be a healthy relationship or you're going to see these power plays, come to the surface. It's a very exciting, exhilarating new moon. I would definitely tell you to manifest with this new moon and like call in our earthly matters, work, health, right? Whatever it is that you feel most aligned to. Remember, you need to take note of where Virgo is in your natal chart from your rising. You need to look at your moon, right? Because this is a new moon, so your moon is influenced. And you need to look at your sun sign because this is your core, personality. It's how your soul evolves through the sun with progressions. So yes, some, rituals you can do with this new moon, crystals that you can use, some recommendations to give you an idea where to start. So the Virgo new moon is all about purification, organization. It's about preparation for the harvest, the new, the blessings, the things that you want to bring into your life that are new. Now the South Node is also bringing like, hey, yes, it is a new beginning, but like, hello, whispering into your ear, what is holding you back? Is it the fear? Is it the doubt? Is it the self-criticism? These are things that will be weighing on our mind because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So the mind also plays a role. So here are some of the things you can do. Release and purification routines, right? Old routines, you're done, you're making changes to your routines. Also thought patterns, emotional patterns, very important. Self-care and body healing. Yes, Virgo is an earth sign. It's going to rule over the body. And yes, the gut health. This is vitally important for our health overall. Organization resets, great. Daily routines, workout spaces, things that you can do to improve yourself. Finances. Yes, anything to look at your finances and how you can make them better. Letting go of perfectionism, overthinking and self-criticism. Practical manifestation, setting grounded intentions for health, work, and routine. So with a Virgo new moon, what you want to do is get your list of what you want to do, whether you're working on your health, and you need to become very clear with the practical steps to get there. You can do release rituals. You can do bark cleansing. So a release ritual is a write and burn. This is what I am writing out and what I'm releasing from my life. I have these fears, I have these doubts, and you're going to burn it, right? It's really great to do. If you don't like burning anything, shred it. You are discarding it from you, your psyche, your mind, your energy. You are letting it go. Cleansing baths are so good with herbs and crystals. Why herbs? Because Virgo is an earth sign. Virgo rules over herbs and medicine and health and herbal kinds of health remedies as well. So purification, grounding is so important. Take a salt bath. Put some lavender in. Calm yourself, right? Things to regulate that nervous system is so necessary. Intentions and journaling, simple. You just write down, these are my intentions. Maybe what's blocking me? Then you could shred that, right? Okay, or maybe do the shredding first and the burning first, and then you're going to write down what you want. What are the steps? Okay, and also things to like set intentions for your productivity. Maybe come up with a plan on that. Meditation. Meditation is vitally important, right? Listen, it can be simple. This is what I coach as well. If you can't sit down for meditation for a whole set of 20, go outside, put your feet on the ground, 5 minutes. Take in the beauty of what's around you. That's all. Breathe. Okay? From the belly. 4 breaths in, right? Just breathe, breathe, breathe. Then hold and then 4 out. You are trying to regulate and rest and rejuvenate. Shadow work. Shadow work is vitally important. This is with the South Node. Shadows. Every single time this comes up, people get very afraid. What is shadow work? Shadow work is the things within your psyche, the conditioning and patterning from your childhood and experiences that condition you to see the world in the way that you do. It's deep, and it's about self-realization beyond measure about who you are at the core. You know, when it comes to life coaching, we often ask this question: what do you feel you see with? And a lot of people say, like, well, I see with my eyes. No, you do not. You see through the optical nerve. You see through your brain. And what is your brain getting all this information from? It is getting the information from your memories, your experiences. That is what it's drawing from. So if you can shift that in your life by looking at experiences and what has this taught you about life, and now has that become part of your core belief, because what we believe we achieve. Okay? It allows you to see how beliefs that you have sometimes are not serving you, but are keeping you stuck in a cycle. And shadow work is vitally important for that, because that's when we say, okay, why am I going through this experience? This breakup maybe is happening, but what is it teaching me about my core inner wounds? Where do I feel abandoned? So I choose people that abandon me. Virgo is this type of medicine. It's deep healing. It is like, you know, why do I settle for less in relationships? Do I feel I'm not worthy for love? When it comes to my finances, why do I maybe feel unhappy in my work life, stay at this job, but never ever make the choice to leave? Where did I learn to commit to situations that disempower me? Okay, that's the type of thing. Where did I feel that I need to commit to this? Who made me? You know, and why I say who made me? Because sometimes it happens through parenting. You know, maybe you don't want to do a sport, or maybe you don't want to do something, and they make you commit to it based on their conditioning and beliefs around the world. And then you feel yourself committed to something that drains the life out of you as a child, right? Because you didn't really want to do it. But now here's it here, taking away from the very essence of you, and you have to fulfill it because your parents said so, and this is what you do, and that's the authority. And then the next authority is your employer, who says this is how it's going to be, and this is what you need to do. And then you're going to now still be a part of something that doesn't fulfill you, because you've learned to not prioritize your needs and wants. Okay, here are some crystal recommendations for you. Amethyst is great for emotional release and spiritual clarity. You can carry that with you. You can meditate with it. You can hold it in your hands, and you can just ask for that clarity and peace. Clear quartz is great for amplification and also, you know, purification. So you can like write your wish list or write your intentions and place a clear quartz to amplify your intentions, or you could write with your clear quartz near you. Fluorite, great for memory, mental clarity, focus, and paying attention to detail. I love to give this to students. I recommend this to students and give this. Carnelian, motivation, energizing, and daily routines. And what I love about carnelian too, it really works on your sacral chakra, and it helps you disengage and let go of relationships that are unhealthy for you, that are addictive. It's the same energy that is linked to food addictions, other types of addictions. That's sacral energy, which is linked to our, you know, connection to passion, to drive, creativity. But it also, sometimes when we get addicted, that's what now we are connected to on a continuous basis. Green adventuring is great for your overall health and wellness and heart centering healing, and for financial gain and opportunities. Herbs that are great to use, especially because it's a Virgo new moon. So some herbs, some incense, right? Some mists that you can use, right? Put some lavender in a bottle. You can also use it in an oil diffuser. Lavender, mental clarity, relaxation. Sage, great for purification and releasing of energy. Chamomile, soothing, calming, right? Great for your digestive system. Peppermint, great again for nausea, for feeling unwell, for headaches, but also great for clarity, focus, and energy. Rosemary, mental clarity, purification, and memory. So you can add these herbs to a new moon tea. You can add to your bath. You can also make sure you don't have any allergies, Some people are allergic to lavender. Combination with the crystals on an altar, a place that you have where you set your intentions and focus on your desires. And remember, it's great to clear your space, whether you're decluttering your home, you're lighting some, incense, or you're using a mist to cleanse your space. Great. Grounding yourself, focusing on what you need to release, and, setting your intentions of what you want to call in. Because remember now, what you call in, it will come through for you March 3rd of 2026. But you got to work at it. And it's good to know these dates and notice the new things that are coming into your life, because it's going to play out over the next couple of months. Seal with crystals and herbs, right? This is really great. So you can write your intentions. You can seal them with crystals and herbs. Just put them there in a baggie or one of these organza bags. Really awesome for that. You can hold them, visualize, pray with them, connect your energy, and really ground yourself with the intentions that you're setting for you. Aries, this new moon is really great for setting intentions, new beginnings, and fresh starts. Remember, this is part 1. Part 2 of the Virgo energy, as we have a double dose of destiny. September 21st is a new moon solar eclipse, also in Virgo. So this is a big focus on health, wellness, and routine. This is trying to show you the changes you need to make. So you're going to notice new opportunities on how you take care of yourself, how to improve your health. What do you want to do? New job offers can also arise, okay? New opportunities for work, or taking on a new office role, or something new within your work life becomes, very much prevalent during this Virgo season. Do remember to prioritize your health and well-being. Don't overexert yourself. Okay? Vitally important. Now, Uranus is in a square, in Gemini. This can bring disruptions to your life, right? There can be disruptions in communication, negotiations, contracts, unexpected news as well could come through, something involving your relatives. Something unexpected happens. Even when you're running errands, something unexpected happens. Maybe there's extra errands you need to now run. There's a lot more that's happening in your environment. Because it's a square, there are these new opportunities coming through, and you should plant the seeds for them right now, because 6 months from now, there'll be a full moon lunar eclipse, 3rd of March 2026 in Virgo. So whatever seeds you plant now is what will flourish over next 6 months, the action that you take, the work that you put in. So prioritize ideally with this energy, your work, your health, your routine. If there are disruptions, unexpected conversations, distractions, maybe even unexpected events whilst traveling, short distance trips, whilst on the road, whilst trying to get to work, right? And I don't mean it's anything bad. Maybe there's just more traffic. Maybe there's more delays. And now you get to work, but you're feeling flustered and you feel like you just have to go straight in and push forward, or you're late and now you got to rush. Try to reorganize yourself. This is what this new moon is trying to tell you to do. There are so many opportunities available for improvement of work, health, and routine. Remember, the South Node is there, so don't push yourself to the point of burnout. Okay, we do have Mercury in Leo. So some, issues can happen with old conversations, of the retrograde, or involving romance or children, or just your joy and pleasure in life. But there is a sextile to Mars in Libra, which means that it shows that in creative ways of communication, or communicating about fun things, you can really gain momentum when it comes to your relationships. Maybe you have a creative idea for work and it's great for a work partnership, or maybe you have a creative date idea or something fun to do that really sparks an interest with someone of romance. Or if you're single, this is really great for like you have a creative idea, but it really calls in these relationship dynamics, with friends and so forth, because Mars is in Libra, relationships opposite you. So it's really great for that. We do have Venus in Cancer in opposition to Pluto in Aquarius, and there can be some tensions with home and family, but it's not too prevalent right now. I would say you would really see this when Venus is in Leo, August 25th, with that opposition comes to, and very much in full focus for you. Right, on the 25th of August, with Venus entering to Leo at 0 degrees, it will be in opposition to Pluto in Aquarius, and it's going to influence relationships and money. And especially for you, your romantic life, children, joy, pleasure. And the opposition is like within your social circles, like how people perceive you, or does this romantic connection take you into the future vision and dream you have for yourself. But the new moon, ideally, is for your new beginnings, for health, work opportunities. Maybe decide to change your services if you do services and you're self-employed. But there are blessed opportunities that want to come your way. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is so exciting for you. This is about new beginnings. This is about fresh starts. This is infinite possibilities. On the 23rd of August, there's a new moon at 0 degrees in the sign of Virgo. Then, 21st September, we're going to have a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. So think of this as the beginning of the book and then the end of the book, because that solar eclipse will be happening at 29 degrees, right? That is an ending, something coming to a close, but at the same time, it's still going to be offering you this power of a new beginning. So remember that with this new moon, that this is not just it. This is just giving you some of the tea. You get the rest of the tea later. So with that being said, and don't forget, in between, there's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces, right, on the 7th of September. You are focusing on creativity, romance, pleasure, fun. There's new opportunities. This is also very fertile energy for you. A lot of fertility is coming through, meaning it could be something, that you're wanting to do, or can be unexpected as well. With this being said, you are also working with children. If you have kids, new opportunities with children, maybe doing something new with them. Entrepreneurs, new creative ideas, new ways of seeing things. And because there's a South Node Virgo, please shed out all doubts about your creativity. Please. Now, there is going to be a square to Uranus in Gemini, which is influencing your money. So unexpected news around money, the money in your bank account, money that you earn, your skills or talents, like there's an unexpected expense, or maybe even an unexpected win financially through your creative efforts. So with Uranus, it's always expect the unexpected. Maybe you get news, or you're pregnant, or you're wanting to fall pregnant, but an unexpected expense comes up, or you realize the cost of it, or news relating to that, or there's a creative idea that you want to do, but there's some unexpected payments that you need to do. Do not fret about it. Uranus is, remember, the Great Awakening. It's about thinking outside of the box. It's about basically thinking of something original. And that's what the whole thing happens with Uranus. It throws us these curveballs that jolt us into stepping in a new way. And for you, it's a new way financially. I will link down below where I talk about what this eclipse cycle means for you, the history of it and so forth. You'll find in the description. So that being said, anything new revolving around romance, creativity is very fruitful for you right now. You have new ideas, new creative opportunities can come through, especially new work opportunities through your creative energy is flowing through you. South Node, purge out any critical thinking, like I'm like this, I'm like that. That is what you're letting go of. And even when it comes to romance, if you're in an existing relationship, you might go on a date, right? You're looking to reignite the spark, but at the same time, you're also closing out cycles with what you don't align with romantically. When it comes to your children, this is also, once again, a change in what you want to do, what you want to present to your children. So give yourself this time, this Virgo season, to evolve and grow towards destiny-aligned opportunities for creativity and romance that is truly pulling you at your heart and center. You know what you want. You know what you deserve financially too. But it's going to come through your inspiration. So even if you're like, I don't have a creative bone in my body, I'm just here doing accounting. This is your genius spark that sets you apart from the rest of the accountants. Why you? Why do you shine? Right? Why you? If you're a lawyer, why do you shine? That's that creativity. That's that inspiration where you put your personal touch to it that makes you stand out in some way. And you're going to be shedding out the ideas and notions of the doubt, the criticism, the overthinking it. You're going to give in to just putting your creative endeavors into full force. And it's also about fun and pleasure. So do make some time to do that. Make sure that you are budgeting when it comes to fun and pleasure and what you want to create within your life. So unexpected expense comes out, work out a way to get around it. Do not spend too much on your creative efforts or too much on your pleasure. That can be something that really eventually influences you. But other than that, it's an amazing new moon for planting those intentions, setting those goals for yourself of what you want to create. Because remember, March 3rd, 2026, full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. That is when you're completing. So if you start creative projects right now, that is when you can reap the rewards. If you don't do it, if you don't put action, if you don't come up with that plan, you will notice around that full moon in 2026, that lunar eclipse, that now all of a sudden, I need to make some changes so I can allow for creative insights to come in so I can achieve what I wish to achieve. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Now, this is a new moon that's vitally important to you. Why? It's happening in Virgo and your immutable sign. So this is going to influence the core of you. It's happening at 0 degrees on the 23rd of August, part 1, the beginning. And then we're going to have the completion of this energy on 21st of September at 29 degrees in Virgo with the solar eclipse new moon. So for you, Gemini, it's about changes to your home, changes to your emotional well-being, changes towards your family, changes towards what you want to create within your life. So you might decide, I'm thinking about moving home. I'm thinking about changing things in my domestic space. I want to decorate. I want to renovate. I want to declutter. I want to make my home the environment that feels grounded. This will also bring up family. So anything new around family can happen with this new moon, but there is going to be a square to Uranus in Gemini in your sign. So it's almost like your identity is changing and shifting, and there's a need to break free from old roles you play in family, from old routines that you have within your home life, from old emotional connections to the people you share your space with, your family connections, your roots. This is you liberating yourself emotionally from family patterns that maybe held you back, as well as, your home, your living space. So there is that tension, but this is you breaking free, and something unexpected could happen, right? Maybe you get some unexpected news, someone shares something, a neighbor, a family, a friend, someone you communicate with, and all of a sudden you notice maybe you're spending more time at home with family, the people that you're closest to. This is a new moon with infinite possibilities because it's happening at 0 degrees. So we are at our most purest point in Virgo energy at this new moon. And for you, it's happening in the area of home and family. So it is a great time to set intentions on your emotional well-being. So what do you need? Do you need to speak to a counselor, a life coach, someone to basically help you feel emotionally secure, safe? Because the South Node is there. So it's bringing up old notions, old memories, old family baggage that maybe you're holding on to, emotional baggage you're holding on to. And this is a new moon with infinite possibilities that you can set the intentions for buying a home, right? Or you could really start making that plan, because 6 months from now, we're going to have a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, March 3rd, 2026. So what happens now is so important. What changes happen within your living space, your home environment, and to your emotional core and who you are is important. This is your emotions. You might be seeking more time at home during this new moon. You might be seeking more time to basically just explore your inner world, your emotional well-being, and what makes you feel safe and secure. You might be decluttering your space. So great for your mental space, because as you clear your space, you see how you can break free of anything emotionally that has been keeping you stuck. Anyone you feel emotionally connected to. I'm not just talking about the family members. I'm talking about the people you allow into your heart, the people you want to nurture and comfort. This is a new beginning and a fresh start here of your emotional evolution through your own personal liberation. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Exciting times ahead. This is a new moon on the 23rd of August at 0 degrees. This is the beginning of the story that we will complete on the 21st of September, 2025 with the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. So, double dose of destiny. This new moon is bringing in infinite possibilities because it's at its purest form in Virgo. Set your intentions. This is a great new moon for planning a short distance trip, for making changes to your environment, for learning, for teaching, for writing. You are gifted at this point in time ideas, thoughts that are important. They are the seeds to the contracts, the deals, and negotiations you want to call in. You could receive a new contract. You could decide to do something new with your environment, your neighborhood. This rules over this area of life. You could decide there's some new errand you need to run because there's some new project that you're working on. Now, there is a square to Uranus and Gemini, and this is going to be offering you hidden insights. They can come to light unexpectedly, unexpected revelations. You could have an intuitive message or get message or something that you didn't know. I do not want this to rock you. Remember, this is here to liberate you. This is Uranus. It liberates, it awakens. It doesn't all have to be bad, but this gives you this clarity. This is stuff that is happening behind the scenes. Maybe you're liberating yourself from a subconscious belief when it comes to your communication and how you express yourself. You could even be having many connections with your siblings, your relatives at this time. There's a lot to do with communication and connection, networking, negotiations, contracts, deals. You could even find yourself working on a new project that eventually you later sign. Now, we do have a full moon lunar eclipse on the 3rd, okay? On the 3rd of March, 2026. And that's going to complete the cycle. So what is playing out for you now? The conversations, the interesting ideas that you have, the short distance trips that you want to go on or are going on. This is really allowing you for this full moon that's going to be happening where you could receive maybe news or contract that you've been working on. This is really a powerful and potent time for you. Mercury is in Leo post-shadow. Some old conversations might come up about finances and money. Nothing too serious. This is the post-shadow period, right? This is going, maybe you'll be reflecting a lot more what happened during the Mercury retrograde from the 18th of July until the 11th of August when it came to money in your bank account. But good news, it isn't a sextile to Mars in Libra. So you might get ideas about the actions you want to take financially when it comes to home and family matters. The people that you domestically share space with, your actual home, and investments. Venus is in your sign, and it's still in Cancer, but it is going to be in an opposition to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So Venus is giving you this magnetism, this connection, but there's an opposition to financial business matters, financial investments, debts, loans, taxes. It's almost like this is something outside of you that's opposing the way you are trying to get this money, right? So Venus is in your sign. That's all money and love that wants to come to you. It's magnetic. It wants to flow to you. But the opposition is maybe you see that, oh my goodness, I have this debt to pay. I got to do this, and you feel at odds with yourself. Come up with a budget and a plan. And if there's any relationship issues, because Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, where you feel like you need to stipulate some boundaries within a relationship, that will be very good for you to do. Okay, we do have Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, and you really are focusing on your long-term goals when it comes to your career advancement. And that's why this new moon is so vitally important, because it's offering you new beginnings on ideas and contracts and insights that you can really act upon. If you want to learn, teach, write, share a message, journal, write a book, you got a message to share, and this new moon encourages you to let go of doubts and really go for it. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is the beginning, because this new moon is happening at 0 degrees on the 23rd of August. And then on the 21st of September, there's going to be a new moon solar eclipse at 29 degrees, both in Virgo, double dose of destiny. And this is all about your money. So you're going to be receiving new opportunities for money in your bank account based on your skills and talents. It's about your sense of self-worth and going after opportunities and feeling you are worthy of it. The South Node, they're saying, cast out any doubts that you are not deserving of success, that you are not deserving of financial gain through your skills and talents. The money you earn is based on your self-worth. This is where you got to have full heart and faith in you, your skill, your talent, and these opportunities will come to you. You're going to see them coming. New job offers, new promotions, new ideas, right? You start a side hustle. This is great. There's a square to Uranus and Gemini. There are going to be changes within your friend group unexpectedly, or even a work organization, because it's influencing the area of groups, right? Groups of people, whether it's a work group or hobby group. So say you're part of a club for running, some sporting club, there's some unexpected changes. And for some reason, you feel this influences and creates a tension within your financial stability. Become very clear and goal-orientated with the plan that you want for financial bliss. The seeds that you plant now is vitally important for what you wish to create within your life, for the future vision and dream. So there might even be some realignment unexpectedly that you got to do when it comes to your future wishes and dreams. You receive some sort of unexpected news. It doesn't have to be bad. This is Uranus though. It can be that you get an unexpected offer from a company, an organization, or maybe you decide to take on a humanitarian project, and now you got to come up with the money for it. You got to raise the funds for it. This is where you are raising the funds. Either you're raising it for yourself, or you're raising it for an organization, or you're raising it for your future wishes and dreams, which might need a bit of tweaking and realignment. Okay, do not get stuck in the tensions in various groups, whether it's a family group, a work group, a home group. Changes happen. We roll with the change. Okay, now you could also see, because Mercury is in its post-shadow period, will leave 25th of August. Okay, it'll go out of that. Maybe some old issues do surface with this new moon based on the Mercury retrograde that we just had in your sign, July 18th until the 11th of August. It's not going to be so hectic. It's just you now finalizing that period. If anything comes up for you, it is the post-shadow period. So we are closing out any issues, and because it's in your sign, it's about you, your sense of self and identity. There is a sextile from Mercury in Leo to Mars in Libra. This allows you to communicate, take action on your communication based on you, what you want, your needs, right? To your relatives, or family, or your neighbors, or anyone really, because this has to do with, setting some boundaries maybe in a conversation with someone, because it is your communication. Now, Venus is in Cancer and it's in an opposition to Pluto, retrograde in Aquarius, which is opposite you. So this is about power dynamics in relationships. And you might be feeling it because Venus is in Cancer and that's behind you, right? So you could be really feeling like something needs to come to a close. Something either needs to be healing within a relationship, that you get this idea and insight about healing. And I would say be aware of this, because whatever power dynamics come through on the 25th of August, when Venus enters into your sign going forward, with that opposition of Pluto, retrograde in Aquarius, it's like you versus others. There might be control, power dynamics. It doesn't have to be bad. Sometimes Pluto here can really amp and spice up the love life to this, where someone is just so into you. But remember the boundaries, and it doesn't only have to be like love relationships. It can also be your professional connections that you're questioning the power dynamics. Venus is in your sign. So remember that you are worthy, and you just need to set some healthy boundaries with anyone that is basically trying to step or break those boundaries with you. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Happy birthday to my Virgo sons. Now, this is the beginning. On the 23rd of August, new moon in Virgo at 0 degrees. 21st of September, new moon solar eclipse in Virgo, 29 degrees. The end. Okay? So, with this new moon, you are calling in something new. This is a shift in your goals, your identity, how you represent yourself to the world. This is how you brand yourself. So you might decide, hey, I want to change my closet. I want to do my hair. I want to go after my goals in a different way. And it's vitally important for you this Virgo season to choose you. It's all about you. The choices you make now this Virgo season hold impactful moments for you. Because what happens now with this Virgo new moon, double dose of destiny, will be taking you on this 6 months journey until the 3rd of March 2026, when there's a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. So there you are closing out something. So whatever goal you work on now, whatever you pursue, you could reap the rewards. But if you rest on your laurels and not do anything, you are going to have that full moon and you're going to feel like, why didn't I follow my heart? Why didn't I follow my passion? Right? This is a choice that you make for you. It got nothing to do with anyone. In Virgo, you are the sign of service and you give it all to everyone. But right now in this moment, it got nothing to do with anyone else. It got everything to do with you. The South Node is purging out the old identity. So you could feel heavy during this new moon and the solar eclipse, because that old identity with the South Node is like you're done. You can't hold on to that identity anymore. And because you can't hold on to that identity, you see a change in situations, work, family, relationships. Because you are an extension of all those areas in life, right? Right. Now, there's going to be a square to Uranus in Gemini, and this is influencing your career, your goals, your long-term plans, your sense of purpose, your reputation. Something unexpectedly can happen, right? when it comes to authority figures. Maybe your employer tells you something unexpectedly, and this makes you shift when it comes to your goals, your ambitions, and what you want for yourself. How your sense of identity is going to be changed. The news that comes through is, because it's a square, there can be tension. So there's some form of tension with your long-term goals, what you want, or whoever plays the authority role in your life. Because sometimes you can even see this play out in spouses where they're trying to be the authority in your life, or the parent that's trying to be the authority, or the employer, or any other form of authority, including governments, okay, government organizations. This is the authority figure. The landlord, they're the authority figure. You're renting, okay? And this creates the shift of a goal or aspiration that you want. It's also your reputation. Because it's Uranus, it's like a shift in how you represent and brand yourself to the world. This is a big identity shift for you. And the steps that you take and the seeds that you plant now and the plans that you create will influence March 3rd of 2026, that full moon lunar eclipse in your sign. So this is a beautiful, beautiful time for you. I do expect a lot of change to be happening within your life with this new moon, and as well as September 21st, new moon solar eclipse. This is truly about you and you learning to choose yourself and not push yourself to the point of burnout for other people, for other people, situations, places. It's about you, Virgo. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Double dose of destiny, and you are called to release in the biggest way possible. Okay? Now, on the 23rd of August, there's a new moon at 0 degrees, Virgo. Okay? With the South Node. Rare. And then we are going to have, on the 21st of September, a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo, South Node. This is going to be the beginning in August, and then in September, we're going to have the new moon solar eclipse at 29 degrees, the end. So for you, this whole period is about rest, rejuvenation, making sure you are taking care of your well-being, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Hidden matters can come to light for you. This is the area of endings and releasing. This is the area of closure. This is where you're completing the cycles of the past year, because the next season is your season. That's your new beginning. This right now is about letting go of the emotional baggage you've been carrying for far too long. The weight, the pressure. I would strongly suggest taking some time out. Solitude is key. Your spiritual practice, whatever that may be, is what you're going to rely upon right now as you are clearing out what you've been carrying for years. The weight is too much emotionally. You could even seek ways to cut out bad habits. You might even seek spiritual advice, an astrologer, a tarot reader, or a therapist. You're getting an understanding of your subconscious. Square Uranus in Gemini. Unexpected messages, news about travel plans. This is like unexpected beliefs now shape and shift who you are. This is unexpected news about maybe higher education, unexpected news about travel, unexpected also insights when it comes to your spiritual growth, because this is about your higher consciousness. Yeah, we're dealing with your subconscious and higher consciousness. So this is a very deeply profound spiritual time. If you're feeling emotional or exhausted, breathe, time out. You're not here out to shine in the world just yet. And the peace you give to yourself is so necessary for your new cycle to begin in your season. Now, the closure that you do now, the letting go, the clearing out with this new beginning that's coming through for you, you will see yourself complete the cycle March 3rd of 2026 when we're full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. So the work that you do now is not for nothing. It's going to show you all the letting go and releasing, how, you feel at that point in time. You've either done so much that it's not as intense, Or you could feel like, gosh, I didn't do much. I still stay stuck in my patterns, even though my intuition told me to let go. Even though I saw deceptions and I still stayed. You will see then where you close out that door. You're going to be very spiritually awakened during this new moon cycle. Okay. What is also happening, we have Mercury in Leo, post-shadow. 25th, it will leave the post-shadow. All conversations regarding connections could come up, social circles, social dynamics, your future wishes and dreams. But the good news is that Mercury in Leo is in a sextile to Mars in Libra. You could get news from a friend, collaboration. You could get news from a company. This rules over groups of people, so even organizations, you could get news, and this requires you then to take action upon that news or information or insight that they give you. We do have Venus in Cancer, and Venus in Cancer is influencing your career, your reputation, and it's going to be in opposition to Pluto, retrograde in Aquarius. So for you, this is about your romantic life, and you'll be very aware of power dynamics when it comes to, you and how you present yourself to the world. Maybe you have a partner tell you not to be a certain way, not to dress a certain way, not to act a certain way. And this is where you need to stipulate those boundaries and ask yourself, is this in alignment to your future vision and goals that you have for yourself? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, this new moon on the 23rd of August is happening at 0 degrees. This is the beginning, the end, 21st of September, in the sign of Virgo, new moon solar eclipse at 29 degrees. Okay, that's the final chapter. This is the end. Okay, so we're at the beginning of the book and the story. You're going to get new opportunities within social dynamics, friend groups, new opportunities when it comes to what you want for your future vision and dreams, new opportunities to collaborate, new opportunities to network. This is where the community wants to come to you. So it means maybe a cooperation offers you an opportunity, a job offer. This is communities and organizations, social dynamics, friends. Maybe you're doing stuff with family. The moment you're socializing, this is the energy of social dynamics. And it's very important you take note of what happens now, because March 3rd, 2026 is going to be a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. That's when you complete the future vision, dream, or get a wish fulfillment on something you've been wanting for yourself. This is your vision. There's a square to Uranus in Gemini. This can be unexpected news when it comes to work, right? Maybe you get that offer, or you get an unexpected news of something that changes in work, and this changes your future vision and goals and the way that you want to move forward. Unexpected changes when it comes to health. Something unexpected happens and it shifts the way you want to move forward with new opportunities in terms of your future wishes and dreams, your social dynamics. Something unexpected could also happen when it comes to co-workers or within your day-to-day routine that shifts your long-term trajectory, your future vision, your dreams, or creates the need for you to make a change within your social dynamics, the people you associate with via choice. So think of all the groups you have. You have a family group, you have a work group, you have a hobby group, you have, your neighborhood. These are all social dynamics that we are part of within society. We join them. We make that choice for ourselves to be a part of them. But this square with Uranus shows unexpected, something unexpected. It doesn't have to be bad. It can be something great. Like, that's Uranus, it's expect the unexpected. So you could get that unexpected offer, or maybe unexpectedly something changes within your work life. Maybe that job ceased to exist. Now you have to change your future vision, the dream that you have, the goal that you have, or something happens within your health. And now you feel like, oh my goodness, I need to take a step back and reorganize the time frame of my vision, my goals. This is also revolving around you making those changes to your social dynamics. Maybe your workload increases unexpectedly and you have to pull out from that family or friend group you wanted to do and you can't do it, or maybe something happens where you get more time off and now you're able to do that celebration with your community. This is really great if you're thinking about doing anything with social influence, including social media, or maybe you basically want to step up within your community in some way. You're thinking of these ideas. It's really great for humanitarian pursuits, having ideas of what to do to improve the world. You're having all these new awakenings and epiphanies. And this sets a new beginning, so you can really see yourself collaborating, networking, and aligning for amazing opportunities that fulfill your wishes and dreams. Don't get sidetracked by anything else that creates that tension for you to just realign yourself. Mercury is in Leo, and it is in the post-shower period, leaves August 25th. So some old issues can arise when it comes to your career, your reputation, that happened during the retrograde from the 18th of July until the 11th of August, right? And so if it does, it's nothing too serious. It's just now you rethinking things here. And the good news is Mercury in Leo isn't a sextile to Mars in Libra. So you're finally ready to put something to bed when it comes to like the way you had to a challenge when it came to your career, or the way that you were forced to redirect during the retrograde career goals, or even your reputation. So this is a great new moon. You are really, seeing the changes you can make when it comes to your future vision and goals. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Double dose of destiny. 2 new moons in Virgo. 23rd of August is a new moon in Virgo at 0 degrees. On the 21st of September, there's a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo at 29 degrees. This is the beginning in August. The end is in September, 29 degrees, right? And so this is offering you new opportunities for your career, your goals, your reputation. This is really about you stepping up into the limelight, claiming the spotlight, coming up with new goals, new ways to see your career. You're seeking this freedom within your career. You want these opportunities. You want to come up with this plan. Set the intentions. You could even receive these opportunities. Get that promotion, get that new job, start that business. It's all flowing to you. Now, there is a square to Uranus in Gemini, and this is your partnerships. There can be unexpected changes with partnerships, and this creates a change in your reputation. Okay, so what does that mean? So maybe a relationship says, hey, I got some unexpected news that I need to be at this family event. And obviously this is maybe your spouse, your fiance, you need to attend. This is your reputation, right? Now you're there and you're obviously putting on your best self for the people around you. Or maybe your partner goes through something where they unexpectedly sort of get an award, and now you have to go be there to support them. But it is your reputation too, because this is your spouse. The goals that you have, these are important for your long-term future. The work that you put in here too, it's your reputation. Married, single, divorced, it's your reputation. It's all something that we even state on documentation. Now, you could also receive, not just when it comes to romance, unexpected news with a friend. Maybe they say, hey, I have this opportunity. You want to be a part of it for work or your career, your goals. I have this unexpected opportunity, like from a work organization. It's a contract too. So unexpected contracts, unexpected negotiations, unexpected news comes your way. And this propels the way that you move forward when it comes to your career or anything unexpected within those partnerships. So say maybe that contract comes to an end. Now you have to start afresh and put yourself out there and try for a new contract to sign you up with a new company. So you have, employment. This is your career. It is your success. It's showing new opportunities coming up. And based on your relationships, they are going to trigger the trajectory that you move forward when it comes to your career, your reputation. And yes, your career is your reputation. When you meet someone, you'll be like, hi, my name is, and this is what I do. Part of your reputation. Being single, being married, being in your job or profession that you're in, even being retired, because the news that you get, even if you're retired during this time and you're not working when it comes to your career and reputation, it's like you get some unexpected news from outside influence, a partnership, maybe it's a friend, a spouse, someone opposite you, your partnerships in some way. And this leads you to make a change when it comes to your sense of purpose and direction in this life. Because even if you're retired, you still have, you still have a sense of purpose. Whether that purpose is, I want to grow a beautiful herb garden, maybe you sell, or maybe just use it at home. Either way, or maybe you get unexpected news from a family member that you have to organize a family reunion. This is your reputation. You're taking on the leadership role, and you are now organizing the family reunion because you were sending out the invites, you organizing the catering, you were saying who's going to give a toast and a speech and who's going to do everything. Yes. So regardless whether you are in a career, a profession, even if you're retired, this is where someone says to you, and this propels you to take on the role of leadership, make some changes when it comes to your career goals and the opportunities that you want within your life for your success. And yes, opportunities can come through for your career, your ambition, your personal goals that you have within your life. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is great. This is really great for travel, higher education. This is where you're seeking out opportunities to expand and grow. You could be sharing your expertise. You could be teaching a course, or you could also be attending a course where you want to further yourself in some way, going after your master's, right? There's a new energy of study that you are taking on, and it's great for you. Great for travel, great for expansion, growth, and also your spiritual understanding, new opportunities when it comes to your beliefs and what you feel about yourself. Now, there's a square to Uranus and Gemini. This is influencing your work, health, and routine. So something unexpectedly happens within your work, right? And this might delay travel plans, or something unexpectedly happens within your routine, and this might put off higher education or something like that. There can also be opportunities within your routine that you free up time and you are able to take that travel plan. Remember, Uranus is unexpected energy. It's wild card. It either throws us the news that we can align to our goals, or it shows us a way that, hey, there might be a delay. You need to now do some different things in order to get where you want to go. But Uranus here is asking you to really look at new ways to improve your health, your productivity, your day-to-day routine, so that you can accomplish the expansion and growth that you want within your life. Mercury is in its post-shadow period in Leo. It leaves the post-shadow period August 25th. And so old issues can arise with intimate matters. Your psychology, so old traumatic events might come back, especially of the challenges you experienced during the retrograde, July 18th until August 11th, when Mercury was retrograde in Leo, influencing your finances, business partnerships, spouse's money, noticing there's more debt or bills you need to pay. It would have been great though for money owed to you, could reap the rewards there. But other than that, that is what you're to deal with. Now this post-shadow period, as it's coming to an end of 2 days later, it's basically telling you, hey, what do you need to be sure of financially? Where's your clarity, or what you need to see financially and in intimate matters? And there is a sextile to Mars in Libra, which is influencing your career, your goals, your reputation, where you are taking action when it comes to your leadership, your goals, your ambitions, and what you want to help you become successful. Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius with this new moon. And it is basically you transforming your money in some way. Now, it is in opposition to Venus in Cancer. This can bring up some tensions when it comes to relationships, relationships and money. So just remember to set some healthy boundaries when it comes to your financial matters as you are going through this Pluto in Aquarius transformation. This is where you ask to step up into your power, believe in your self-worth. And when it comes to your partnerships, personally and professionally, set those healthy boundaries on your energy, your time. This is really an opportunity with this new moon, more than anything, to seek out those opportunities to expand and grow. Travel's great, higher education, networking, publications, anything where you are broadcasting and sharing that message. This is where you have insight that you really can share at this point in time. This is a very blessed new moon. It is at 0 degrees, infinite possibilities, meaning that we can manifest and set intentions on what we want. And for you, even if you're having a legal matter going on, you can totally set intentions on how you want to take the next steps forward. As March 3rd, 2026, there's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, where whatever you start now, you will complete then. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There's going to be a new moon on the 23rd of August at 0 degrees of Virgo. 21st of September, there's going to be a new moon, solar eclipse in Virgo at 29 degrees. So this is the beginning, that's the end. This is the beginning of the journey of what you are creating. These are new moons, so there is possibility for new opportunities. For you, it has to do with finances, business partnerships, financial investments, spouse's money. There's also a great time to get deep into your psychology to see what triggers you have, trauma, events. It's where you are looking at it with a new way. So your new moon is where you're seeing things very clearly. You're also looking at intimate matters. New moon years offering new opportunities for intimacy and vulnerability within your most closest and intimate relationships. This is quite an interesting time for you. This is about your financial growth and, money mindset and how you are resetting yourself. This is where other people's money becomes your money. This is where people want to pay you for your services. You invested in that business, you invested in that skill. Now people pay you. This is where you get that opportunity for the loan. This is financial opportunities and even shared resources. So a spouse could get a raise. A spouse could come into a financial win. Now, there's a square to Uranus in Gemini, and this is influencing romance and creativity. So something and children. So something unexpected could happen with your children. Something unexpected, like maybe they have to do a course. Maybe they're going away to study, and this influences your finances, and now you're seeking new ways to financially grow. Maybe romantically something happens, like romantically between you and a partner, something happens, and maybe they ask you to, lend them some money. And this can also be romantically, something unexpected happens that your partner gives you something. This is Uranus. And Uranus is one of your rulers in modern astrology. In traditional astrology, it's Saturn. So this is just going to give you those unexpected events, those curveballs that sometimes are great and sometimes are not. And it can give you like an unexpected, maybe pregnancy here, right? Unexpected pregnancy, and this changes your financial planning. Something unexpected can happen. Maybe your child unexpectedly gets an offer for a scholarship. And this now means that financially this aids you in some way. Shared resources. This is that energy, that creativity that you have, an unexpected genius moment can pay off. It comes with a bit of tension because you need to see the challenges here. So maybe you're dealing with like a creative block. You just feel so blocked, and then you take a walk, and then you have an epiphany, or something happens where you have this creative block when it comes to a writing project, and you start painting or singing or dancing, and next thing, unexpectedly, you get the creative genius moment, and this influences your finances because now you can invest in your art and you can sell it, and this is where other people's money becomes your money. So this is your creativity that's bringing this, instability where something unexpectedly happens within creativity, within children, fertility, and romance, like love, that shifts the way your finances go. Okay? Maybe you go through unexpected news that something is happening with your partner. Now you're thinking about, okay, I need to break away from this relationship. This is a new beginning to your psychology. So something triggering can happen so that you feel like, I think I'm done with that. So maybe you're in this romantic connection, right, with someone, a love, and it can be unexpected news that something is happening with them, and you decide, no, I'm out. I need to invest in people that invest in me. You see, the area that this new moon is happening is investments. It's not just financial. It's your emotional investments. That's how powerful this house is. It's such a charged house because it is our emotional investments. It is where we put our passion, and we put our passion into romance here. We put our passion into intimacy. We put our passion into, our money, because hey, I'm doing something that inspires me and I feel called to this, right? This is your financial magnetism. Whether you even it's where you get those gains through the passion that you have. So you can't be uninspired here. And this is why this Uranus is influencing your creativity, so you can have that breakthrough. Remember, Uranus, like I said, it's expect the unexpected. Mercury's in the post-shadow period in Leo. Okay? And this can bring up for you like these old issues within relationships resurfacing, especially what you experienced during the Mercury retrograde from July 18th until August 11th, whatever tensions you experience. This is when you're putting it to bed. This is when you are deciding you are completely done with that, right? There is Mercury in Leo in a sextile, so through your relationships, especially if they're in a good space, right? Maybe you did all the work during the retrograde, personally and professionally, and it offers you an opportunity for expansion, higher education, travel, a spiritual connection as well. So this is really great for you. There's a lot of advancement. We have Pluto retrograde in Aquarius with this new moon, and it is in opposition to Venus in Cancer. So this is your own personal transformation towards your work, your health routine, the money you earn through the work that you do, as well as your health and well-being, to making sure that you are taking care of yourself, eating well, sleeping well, and nurturing your soul. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, this is exciting. Double dose of destiny. 2 new moons opposite you. On the 23rd of August, 0 degrees, new moon in Virgo. 21st of September, new moon solar eclipse in Virgo, 29 degrees. The end. 0 degrees is infinite possibilities. It's fresh. It's the purest energy. And the 29 degree is the end of a cycle, right? It's even karmic. So you are setting on a whole new trajectory when it comes to your personal and professional relationships, the people that you choose to partner up with, clients, contracts, deals, the people, the friends. This is your one-on-one relationships. The moment you're sitting one-on-one with someone, this is the area of life. And you're having a lot of new opportunities come in. A lot of Pisces can see themselves celebrating something in a relationship. Like they're taking the relationship to the next new level. The relationship is growing further. They can see if they're single, a new relationship coming in. However, I will tell you that if that relationship is not in alignment and it's not healthy, you will be closing it out. On the 7th of September, there's a full moon lunar eclipse in your sign, meaning you are choosing you, and you're not choosing relationships that ask you to sacrifice yourself. The North Node is in your sign, say choose you, choose destiny. South Node in Virgo, you're letting go of old identifications with relationships, sacrifice, work, indulging in relationships that criticize you, okay? You are setting those boundaries. There's a great influence of new relationships, new partnerships, new. That's what's coming in here. And you will reap the rewards. If you meet someone new, you could reap the rewards with the Virgo full moon lunar eclipse, 3rd of March 2026. This is where it's a complete cycle. So if you meet someone new, during this time, you will be assessing that is this relationship healthy and balanced, and if so, it goes to next level. Or it'll come to a complete end as you'll be done, because you'll be like, this relationship, I sacrificed myself again and I cannot do that. The North Node's in my sign. I'm choosing me. The same will happen with professional relationships. You'll be offered new contracts, new deals, and you could reap the rewards then. Maybe then you receive the money in March, in March of next year, right? You get that raise, you get that increase. Or you might decide, that's it, I'm done with this connection. I need to find what's most aligned to me when it comes to my professional partnerships. This is a profound time for you, Pisces. It is about destiny. It is about your soul's growth. Yes, you can meet someone new. Yes, you can take a healthy relationship to a profound new level of deep intimacy and balance. Now, we do have Mercury in Leo, post-shadow. The Mercury retrograde period happened from the 18th of July until 11th of August. Mercury will leave the post-shadow period in Leo 25th of August. So you might notice some old situations coming up when it comes to your work, health, and routine that you dealt with during the retrograde. Nothing serious, you're just completing this cycle. Okay, now good news, Mercury in Leo though is in a harmonious aspect to Mars in Libra. So Pisces, this is great for financial investments, like, through your work, getting the financial investments, getting people to pay you for the work and services that you offer, or the way that you're improving your health is also helping your psychology. So it is a profound time for you, okay? This is where you are embracing your power, embracing your healing. This is all about you and relationships, allowing for relationships that are truly worthy of you to come into your life. And I'm wishing you a beautiful and blessed eclipse season. Enjoy this new moon, manifest, set your intentions. It's Virgo at its purest form. It's a new moon at its purest form, 0 degrees. What do you want for you, Pisces, when it comes to relationships, contracts, deals, negotiations? And it's not about sacrifice. Yes, Pisces can even sacrifice themselves in their work relationships, not just family. Oh, that reminds me, family. There's going to be a square to Uranus in Gemini, which is going to be unexpected news when it comes to family and living situations, which influence your relationships, or both personally and professionally. So maybe a family member is going through something, and you now need to set a negotiation with work, right? Or maybe something unexpected happens within your living situation, and this propels you forward to go seek a new opportunity to sign a contract with a new company, so you're financially able to. Something new and unexpected happens within your home. It's also emotional liberation. You might notice what you need to free yourself from, which is childhood emotional conditioning that is not allowing you to basically connect to the relationships you want, both personally and professionally. This is the conditioning, the patterning, the ancestry, the roots that is weighing you down, Pisces. And you're completely clearing it out. You're like, oh, I have this awakening emotionally that this has been a pattern within me since childhood, where I thought I wasn't deserving of professional or romantic partnerships that saw me for me, and this is why I chose this person, and now I'm setting a new way of who I want to choose. Or this is where you realize it was my family conditioning of why I would escape from relationships if they got too serious. You're going to be delving into that. Uranus and Gemini is going to be showing you this great awakening, this great epiphany when it comes to your family, your home life. If there are any unexpected changes within your home life, this is where you need to now negotiate. Maybe where you're living, something unexpected happens, and your landlord, or something happens. Say the landlord is no longer here with us anymore, and now you need to set out new contracts to go see where you want to rent or buy elsewhere. So this is that energy. Something unexpected happens within your home, okay? Or within your living situation. Maybe something like unexpectedly happens within your home, and you just decide, I'm done with this place. I want to move to a new place. And this allows you to get those opportunities to work maybe in a different state. Okay, so a lot of new opportunities can come. Uranus is unexpected energy. Its disruption doesn't necessarily have to be bad with Uranus. It is a square, so it's telling us that it is building some form of tension. So we do feel tense about what's happening, and you could be feeling tense about what's happening within the home and family dynamic. But this propels you towards making new opportunities when it comes to, your professional and personal relationships, like something unexpected. Maybe there's an unexpected expense, and now you're deciding, oh my gosh, I need to go and get that new job. I need to go and get new clients. And you see yourself excelling in that manner. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed new moon on August 23rd.